Welcome to the first episode of the Voyage for 2019. We start off with This Week in History with the 1st of January. As part of our New Year's resolution to not be as lazy with script writing on the broadcast, we will be trying to do more than one historical event per day from now on. Also, as the 1st of January was not on a Sunday, we will be doing historical events from January 1st to 5th because we want to start off with the first part of the year instead of going from December of last year. So, to start things off, on January 1st, obviously, 1st of January, also known as New Year's Day. Celebration of January 1st as the start of a new year began after the introduction and implementation of the Gregorian calendar in 1582 by Pope Gregory XIII. Also on January 1st, American patriot Paul Revere was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1735. Best known for his ride on the night of April 18th, 1775 to warn Americans of British plans to raid Lexington and Concord. On January 2nd, in 1942, during World War II in the Pacific, the Japanese captured the Philippines capital of Manila and nearby base at Cavite. That same day in 1960, then-Senator John F. Kennedy announced his intentions to run for President of the United States. On January 3rd, 1924, British Egyptologist Howard Carter found the sarcophagus of Tutankhamun in the Valley of the Kings near Luxor after several years of searching. Alaska, which has a landmass almost one-fifth of the size of the lower 48 states all put together, was admitted as the 49th state of the United States on January 3rd, 1959. On January 4th, 1974, President Richard Nixon rejected subpoenas from the Senate Watergate Committee seeking audio tapes and related documents. Louis Braille was born in France on January 4th in 1809. Blinded as a boy, he later invented a reading system for the blind using punch marks and paper. Nellie Taylor Ross of Wyoming became the first female governor inaugurated in the United States on January 5th, 1925. And finally, President Richard Nixon signed a bill approving $5.5 billion over 6 years to build and test the NASA Space Shuttle on January 5th, 1972.
In January of 2010, 16-year-old Abby Sunderland attempted the world record for the youngest person to circumference the globe. Just 5 months later, the teen was rescued off the coast of Madagascar, her boat demolished, and her chances swept away. It wasn't until 9 years later that the authorities found the barnacle-infested vessel that was thought to have been submerged by the clear African waters.
On Sunday, Colin Kroll, the co-founder of Vine and HQ Trivia, was found dead in his apartment at age 34. After responding to a 911 call for a welfare check, police found Kroll unconscious and unresponsive in his bedroom. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspected cause of death is currently a drug overdose. Kroll co-founded Vine, a popular short-form video service which was discontinued 4 years later. Kroll was also the chief executive of HQ Trivia, a phone-based trivia platform.
Welcome back from winter break. After a chilly November, December weather has both eased and warmed up. However, just because the nation has seen less snowfall does not mean that there has been a shortage of precipitation. The rainfall in December due to warmer weather has helped push many regions over the edge in one of their rainiest years yet. Over the break, fog in Austin, Texas caused a 20-car pileup on the highway. At least 56 people were injured, with 9 being taken to local hospitals for treatment. For this weekend, the nation is predicted to see heavy precipitation on the east and west coasts. Saturday, the east coast north of the Virginia-North Carolina border is expected to experience rainfall, most of which should be lingering rain from Friday night. The front will move north along the east coast and cloud over New England by Saturday night or early Sunday morning. The west coast is also expected to see rain Saturday, which will transform into snow and move eastward as far as Colorado by Sunday. Finally, the Great Lakes region, including Minnesota and Michigan, are expected to see snow Sunday night. This Saturday, Yorktown is expected to reach a high of 57 degrees and be partly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain, mostly in the morning. After the rain moves north, Yorktown is predicted to have a sunny Sunday with a predicted high temperature of 59 degrees.
Welcome to this New Year's edition of Sports Wrap! I'm your host Sam, and this sad boy next to me is Alex.
Hey, let's just set something straight real quick. Before all of y'all get on me about Notre Dame and the Cleveland Browns, I just have to say, let's just look forward and move on, and always remember, never underestimate the power of Dabo Swinney.
Give the poor man a break. It's been a rough couple days for the Murphy household.
Yeah, with the hope of a Notre Dame national championship down the drain and the disappointment of yet another losing season for Cleveland, all I have to hope for is next season. And at least Notre Dame has players that spend all 4 years at their university and they say no to drugs, unlike other schools out there.
Clemson. Okay.
And at least the Cleveland Browns have a hope with Baker Money Mayfield as our franchise QB.
Yeah, you might be taking L's right now, but who knows what these guys can accomplish in a few years.
Anyways, I sure miss y'all, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad to be back.
Yeah, as much as I love the holiday break, I realize all good things have to come to an end, just like UCF's win streak. Man, LSU, you stink.
Hopefully all of you enjoyed the time with family and friends during the most wonderful time of the year, and I hope you are ready to start this year off with a bang!
Oh yeah, whatever happened to those nicknames?
Oh right, y'all really thought we were gonna come up with them? Man!
Well, at least we warned them this would happen.
Yeah. Oh well. Because GHS winter sports are back!
I don't know about all the other athletes at Grafton, but I'm ready to get back to the competition grind.
For sure. After weeks off from competition, I feel like a little extra training and practice will benefit all of us when it comes to performing against the talent in the VHSL.
Next week, the boys and girls basketball teams will be facing off against War Hill and Lafayette.
Along with the basketball teams, the swim team has a meet Friday. Good luck.
And the indoor track team will be traveling to Liberty University for a winter invite January 10th through the 11th.
Other than sports here at Grafton, let's take a look at what happened in the sports across the country while we were on winter break.
First, in football, the national championship game is set.
Clemson and Alabama will face each other for the 4th time in just 5 years after both teams defeated their opponents quite convincingly in the semis.
Bama is favored to win, but I have a feeling Clemson could make things interesting and even get revenge on the Tide after their 2016 defeat.
Even being a broken-hearted Fighting Irish fan, I have to admit, freshman quarterback Trevor Lawrence is no joke, and the defensive line is insane!
Hopefully this game will be closer than the games we saw over the holiday.
But on the other hand, nobody can stop Nick Saban. Saban. Sorry, my apologies.
Alright.
And I almost forgot to shout out the Penn State Nittany Lions. I made a promise to my boy Ryan that if Penn State won their bowl game against Kentucky, I would mention the team and him on the next episode. Well, here we are a week later, and it just so happens they won.
The Penn State Nittany Lions are sure to put on a show against Kentucky Wildcats after sending their senior QB Trace McSorley off on a good note. The final score was 27-24.
Wait, this just in. We were just informed that Penn State didn't win?
So Kentucky won? Wow.
Sorry, folks. I stopped watching college football when Notre Dame lost, so I had no idea about this.
So it was the other way around, with Kentucky coming out on top in a game decided by powerful running attacks and a strong defense.
Hey, at least I sneaked a shout out in there for you, Ryan. You're welcome. Miss you, bro. Wheeling and dealing, it's NFL playoff time.
The playoffs are set to begin on January 5th when the Colts face off with the Texans and the Cowboys and Seahawks battle it out in the wild card round.
Then on January 6th, the wild card round continues with a rematch between the LA Chargers and Baltimore Ravens, followed by the Chicago Bears and Philadelphia Eagles game, where hopefully we'll see Nick Foles on the field after suffering an injury against the Washington Redskins.
After the games this weekend, we will be down to 8 teams with the Super Bowl on their minds.
Teams with a bye that automatically are in the divisional round include the New Orleans Saints, the New England Patriots, LA Rams, and Kansas City Chiefs.
Over to the NBA, the games on Christmas are sure fun to watch.
Absolutely. The big storylines of the day were wins for the Boston Celtics and LA Lakers. The Boston Celtics defeated the Philadelphia 76ers in a thrilling overtime matchup where Kyrie hit 2 back-to-back threes to seal the deal. Trust the process who?
Then on to the LA Lakers, who destroyed the Golden State Warriors on the road, even with the absence of LeBron James in the second half due to a groin injury. The Lakers managed to win by a whole bunch against the struggling Dubs. However, the severity of LeBron's injury is still unknown. For now, he'll be resting on the bench, aiding Coach Luke Walton with the team.
Signing off from Flavortown, Florida, this is Sports Rap, and we still have nicknames.
See you next week, hopefully with those nicknames.